If YouTube is not recommending your videos, there is a huge reason this is happening. You should understand that it's not random, because some people are actually doing it worse than you do. And once you understand the secret, trust me, everything will fall in place for you in a month's time. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you 5 reasons why your videos aren't getting enough views on YouTube. And for most small YouTube content creators, not knowing this basic configuration is what is actually killing their channel, and for obvious reason why they remain small for so long. Believe it, if you can actually approach these 5 mistakes that I'm going to be pointing out to you in this video, your history on YouTube is not going to be the same. So let's get right into it. Now, let's quickly talk about the problems before we address the solutions one after the other. So for the first one being about video hook. So having a good quality hook on your video will go a long way in shaping how the YouTube algorithm actually perceive your video. 3 benefits you need to pay attention to. The first one being the fact that having a good hook will assist you to have your viewers to decide within 2 to 5 seconds whether or not to stay on your content. So what does this mean basically? Attention spans has drastically reduced this time. In fact, according to a research, the organism with the longest attention span is actually the goldfish, which is relatively longer than how an average human can focus on something. So to really grab the attention of your viewers, you need to make that happen within the first 2 to 5 seconds. So a good hook will do this for you. And the second thing, a good hook signals values propositions. Okay, so each time your viewers lands on your video, they really want to know what exactly will be the benefit, and they actually wanted to discover this within the first 10 seconds of watching the video. And if you falter in delivering this to them, forget it. That's just going to be the end of the video, because they move past it immediately. And the third thing is actually about high retention, which is going to be the maximum benefit of having a good hook. Like, you don't leave them in the loop to keep guessing or being confused about what exactly are we going to get from this video. From the beginning, from the first 10 seconds, they've been able to identify exactly what the benefit is going to be. So the next one is about SEO title. Most small YouTube content creators don't really put enough attention on this, because considering the fact that they feel all titles are just title, they have to come up with a video and put anything that appeals to them. So it is not so much about you, but about your audience. When you have a video that is actually optimized for SEO, it will go a long way in pushing your video to the algorithm, and the way YouTube will perceive your video as being relevant to what people wanted to watch. Likewise, remember, people can watch what they can discover. And similarly, having an SEO optimized title boosts traffic to your videos. The moment you fail on the 2 first steps, the YouTube algorithm will assume that your video is not actually adding any value or benefit to the viewers, and it's going to be dead in the next 48 hours. This is actually one of the killers of small YouTube channels, so which you really want to avoid. So the third one is going to be about thumbnail. Get it straight. If your thumbnail is not earning the click, so the implication is that no matter what the title is, it's going to take a toll on the video. So you need to have a thumbnail that's actually attractive, attention grabbing, and communicate a certain message. So if your thumbnail is not actually fulfilling all these features, consider your video dead. That takes us to the next one, which is about tags and hashtags. So many small YouTube content creators assume that they can actually put any amount of hashtags and tags on their video. But one thing they don't really understand is the fact that all these things are actually killing the performance of their video, because according to YouTube user guide policy, using more hashtags is actually tag stuffing. I don't know, maybe you've heard about that before. What that simply means is that when you have multiple tags identified with a given video, the algorithm will be so confused to identify your content with multiple hashtags. So it is very important that you take cognizance of this, because there is a specific number of hashtags that you are supposed to know, which I'm going to be revealing shortly. So then for the tags, there is a way you're actually supposed to come up with it. If you are not using the right tags, be sure that your video is dead from the day one. The last but not the least is actually about backlinks. You've been creating your content over time, but then you are defaulting on giving it support, giving it some online visibility, which is known as backlinks. Be sure that your video will be dead within the first few hours of posting. So Then how do you really get this done? At this point, I'm going to be providing solutions to each of the problems as identified from the beginning. Now, let's take the very first one. So the first one is actually the video hook. So there are three ways you can actually go about this. If you sincerely want your viewers to keep watching your video the moment they actually land on it. So how do you go about this? The very first one is what I call if conditional sentence. Okay, it's not about you opening the very beginning of your video with if. Okay, then if plus the pain points. So what does this mean simply? So now, if for instance your video is actually about getting views on YouTube, then you actually want your viewers to keep watching. This is what you are meant to do basically. Look at this sentence on the screen. If your videos are not getting views on YouTube, when you open your video with it, there's a way to attract the viewers. They just want to know, okay, if it is not getting any views, then what is expected of me to do? Because you have a target, you have a pool of audience that are actually looking for solutions in this segment. So that's the first one. The second one is actually using subordinate clause opening sentence. So this kind of sentence is when you have something like, in this video plus pain points. What is the pain point about? The pain point is actually what viewers are looking, the problem they have that they're actually looking forward to getting a solution to. So you say, in this video, I'm going to be telling you how you can actually get views or whatever it is. So it's going to be in this video plus pain points. Now we have the third one, which is actually what I call rhetoric. So rhetoric means simply using, laying an emphasis, on something. So that is what it means. You do it by asking a certain question that will make your audience to want to hear exactly what you actually want, what you've got to say. So you say, are you struggling to get views on YouTube? Are you struggling? Are you struggling to get? So it's going to come in form of a question, right? So, and that is what it looks like. Or I say, do you want to get more views on YouTube? So that's a rhetoric, okay? So that kind of thing will, it will prompt something like yes from the viewers. Then they want to get stuck to the video and keep watching. So now let's move to the second one. The second one is actually about SEO title. Literally, there are two ways you can actually go about this. So the first one being the fact that you can actually make use of YouTube itself to get SEO optimized titles. So how do you go about this? You go to YouTube, then whatever title you're actually looking for, you can put the YouTube search bar and search like this. For instance, we are looking for this, we are creating a video around this topic. Then you put it there, you're going to see a myriad of topics that have been created of this kind of thing. Then you look out for the one that is actually trending. Then you consider it. So that is the best way to go. You don't just create title out of your own impression, but then you have to put your audience first. For the second method, you can definitely explore ChatGPT to get this done. So how do you do it? You just go to ChatGPT and you input your title. Like, this is a video I actually wanted to create now, and I want you to optimize this title for SEO and give me this and that and some other details. So like I actually did here. So this is where you go about using AI for SEO optimized title. So this takes us to the third one, which is actually about thumbnail. So for thumbnail, there are basically three ways you can actually get this done. I think there's actually a myth about, content creation, basically, where some people believe that if you don't have the background in graphics, you can actually get started. But that is not true, because there are a lot of tools that can actually assist you in the course of your design today. So the first one is that you can do your design organically using tools like Photoshop, CorelDRAWs, amongst others. Then if you actually wanted to leverage ready-made templates, you can explore things like Adobe, which is actually the second method. You can explore platforms like Adobe, Canva, amongst others. But if you just feel that there is a particular thumbnail that appeals to you optimally, then you actually wanted to take advantage of that, you can literally make use of UI. And this is mind-blowing, because using AI could have been the best way, because it saves you the amount of energy you actually wanted to invest. So the first thing you need to do is to figure out the thumbnail that you actually want to use, copy the link, then you come to this website, then paste the link in here. So the moment you paste it, then you'll be able to download the thumbnail itself. So once you get it, then you go to Google Lab, Okay, so under Google Lab, you go to Nano Banana. So with Nano Banana, you can actually remove whatever you actually wanted to remove from there. So just put the prompt, upload the image, the thumbnail that you just downloaded, then put a prompt to remove the person in there, then you'll have the old image. So the moment you have this, just save. You can literally take your own image and replace it with the figure in. So as simple as that, you get the job done. So now let's quickly jump into the next one, which is about hashtags and tags. So for hashtags, if you really want to get things done as quickly as possible, there are two ways we can actually do this. So the first one is using rapid tag, and the second one using ChatGPT. So for rapid tags, you go there, put the name of your video, the title of your video, put it there, then it will generate tags that are very relevant to the video you're actually creating. As simple as that. So you copy, then you paste them, your video tags and description. Just for the sake of validity, you don't want to go back to ChatGPT and do the same, that you actually, put a prompt that you're actually creating a video on this, then you need tags and, and hashtags, and see the correlation between what rapid tags is actually giving you and what ChatGPT will be giving you. So it's as simple as that. So the moment you do this, you will see how your video performance will begin to grow, because you've actually been able to optimize it for views, and the algorithm will love your content straight up. At this point, we have the last point, which is actually the backlinks. So this is so simple, because what you are supposed to do to assist the visibility of your content is to make it available on all across social media platforms. So you have the WhatsApp, you can create a broadcast list on WhatsApp, then you begin to share with people and appeal to them to keep watching your content, and you put it on your, try and put on your status on WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. And equally, you can as well take it to IG, just post on social media platforms. Then aside this, there's something really, if you really want to know more about how to optimize your views, your video views using social media, you can literally click on the link above, because in this video, I've actually explained how you can actually leverage the social media channels for more views. So you'll find the full details in here. So this has taken us to the end of this video, and I believe you've been able to discover something new today. And don't hesitate to like, share, and above all, subscribe to my channel for more content like this.